Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Judson University. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Finley. I'm an admissions representative at Judson University located in Elgin, Illinois. I'm going to be sharing my screen here to pull up my presentation. If you guys want to follow along with that. So as I mentioned, we are Judson University located in Elgin, Illinois, and our motto is shaping lives that shape the world. Some quick facts about our school. We are a four-year Christian liberal arts university, about 40 miles northwest of Chicago, for anyone who doesn't know where Elgin is located. We have around 1,200 students, and we have a 90-acre campus located along the Fox River. Here at Judson, we're committed to the student. If you're looking for smaller class sizes, Judson is a great fit for you. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and about 78% of our classes have less than 20 students in them. That gives you great contact with professors and interaction outside of the classroom with peers. While we are a small school, we do have a wide range of different majors to offer as well. We have more than 60 different majors and minors. Some of the ones that I want to highlight are architecture, art and design, and business. Business is our largest department on campus, and within business, we have management, marketing, and accounting. So what does campus life look like here at Judson? We have 4 dorms on campus. Ohio Hall and Wilson Hall are our freshman dorms. And then we have Lindner Tower and Volkman Hall is our apartment style dorm on campus. We have around 40% of our students commute to campus and 60% live on campus. In order to commute, you need to live within a 45-minute driving distance of campus. Here at Judson, when looking for food, we have our cafeteria, Jerry's Cafe, which is our coffee shop on campus, and then Riverside Cafe as well, where you can receive student deals, and they have local restaurants in the area where you can also get student deals at as well. Also looking at our campus life here at Judson, we have some different clubs and extracurricular activities that you can be a part of. To name a few, Judson Student Organization is our student government on campus. We have chapel worship, dance, and drama teams, choir, chamber of singers, orchestra, ensembles, missions trips from within the United States and also internationally as well. We have intramurals, Judson Business Society, Exercise Sports Science Club, our World Leaders Forum, Blue Crew, which supports our athletic teams, and many more. So as I just mentioned, athletics, we have a wide range of different sports here at Judson. They're listed on the screen, but to break it down for you, we participate in the NAIA and the NCCAA. And because we are an NAIA school, we can offer both academic and athletic scholarships at Judson University. Looking at financial aid and the big question of can you afford it? 99% of our students receive scholarships at Judson. Our tuition and fees, for tuition and fees in 2020 and 2021, it's $28,840. And we're super excited to announce that we have a tuition freeze right now. So that tuition will stay the same looking ahead for the year to come for our 2021 students. Room and board is also listed there. And we have a wide range of different opportunities in order to finance school, looking at government grants, loans, work studies, so on-campus job opportunities. Some important dates to remember for our seniors and also juniors that might be on the call as well. October 1st is the earliest date to submit your FAFSA. We have a November 15th priority deadline for our Illinois residents, but it's not too late to submit if you haven't already. And then again, we also have a FAFSA priority deadline here at Judson for our financial aid of February 1st, just so we can get those financial aid packages out to you as soon as possible. But again, as mentioned, it's not too late to file for FAFSA. It's not too late to apply. We are a rolling admissions team here at Judson. Some different scholarship opportunities. I've already mentioned our academic and athletic scholarship opportunities. We also have music, theater, art, honors program, and endowment scholarships here at Judson. We also take private scholarships. So really want to encourage you, some of those websites listed, fastweb.com and scholarships.com. You may be familiar with those already, but those are great resources to look and see what scholarships are out there for you. Here at Judson, as I mentioned, we are a Christian university, so we are committed to spiritual development. We have chapel on campus Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 10:45. It's a contemporary style. We also have biblical and theological studies, upper room, which is a student-led worship night. And then we have a church fair at the start of every year, so you can get connected to some of our local churches in the area. I've already talked about our leadership opportunities here at Judson, but I want to highlight the World Leaders Forum a little bit more. This is an opportunity for students to come and hear from world leaders from around the world. It brings recognized world leaders to Judson and our campus every year. Some of the notable ones that we've had in the past are Mark Cuban, George Bush, Caroline Kennedy, and many others. And then the last thing that I want to flip to is our information to get in contact with us here at Judson. My phone number is listed there. I'll put it in the chat as well. But you have my office number and email to get you set up and get you connected here at Judson. So thank you for hearing about Judson, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Eastern Kentucky University, and feel free to send in any of your Q&A questions.
Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining today. My name is Yami Pina, and I work for Eastern Kentucky University. We are actually located in Richmond, Kentucky, which is about 6 hours away from Illinois. I know that sounds kind of scary, out of state, crazy prices, right? But just wait until I get to our tuition. So just to talk a little bit about Eastern Kentucky University, like I said, we are located in Richmond, Kentucky. We are known as Campus Beautiful, and within the state of Kentucky, we are also known as the School of Opportunity. The reason we are the School of Opportunity is because, first off, we're rolling admissions, which is pretty awesome. Secondly, it's free to apply to the school, to the university, and we are also test optional. You just need a 2.5 GPA to be accepted without conditions, and a 2.0 to be accepted with conditions, which that just means that the first year you just have a little extra tutoring, and as long as you pass those classes, you're going to be ready to go back into, I guess, just regular, but it doesn't push you back anything. But if you have questions about that, let me know. That's something a little more detailed for me to get into. Also, 30% of our students at Eastern Kentucky University are first-generation college students. I personally was a first-generation college student, so for me, it is an incredible thing to represent a school that really cares about their students. And when we say we are the School of Opportunity, we really mean it. We do everything we can to get you here and to make you feel at home. It's my home away from home. I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't have changed it for anything else. I did graduate from there, so I'm a little biased towards it. Now, also, we have 100 career-focused programs. We are really known for criminal justice, homeland security. Those are our biggest programs. We also have a nursing program that is amazing. And we also have an extremely affordable aviation program. Now let's talk a little bit about tuition. So out of state is really scary. Our out of state tuition is only $10,300 for the whole entire year. That's only $1,000 more than our in-state tuition. We are the most affordable school in the state of Kentucky, and we are also one of the most affordable out-of-state schools. I will say that again, our out-of-state tuition is $10,300. Now that does not include housing or meal plans or any of that. But about 75% of our 75 to 80% of our students are on scholarship. And then about 85% are on have financial aid. So that means they're not all paying full price, which is really, really good. We have all kinds of opportunity, all kinds of scholarships. We have a lot of new ones that we just added this year. We have Trailblazer opportunity, which is for our first generation. We have Success First, and then just a few other ones. Now, what we did for merit-based scholarships, our deadline was February 1st, but because we know that there is so much going on with COVID right now and so much going on for everybody with being virtual and things of that nature, we decided to push our merit-based scholarship deadline up until March 1st. As out-of-state students, you also qualify for merit-based scholarships, which is really awesome. If you want to send me a few questions, or if you have anything else, you can ask me about that later on in a little bit more detail. So our school is a medium-sized school. We have a total of about 15,600 students on campus. That includes commuters, undergraduate students, and some masters as well. Not the online, just the on campus. So it's a really, really good size school. Our teacher to student ratio is 15:1. So it's really nice. You get that one-on-one with professors. We also have in our nursing program, I always like to throw out there, we have a 99% pass rate on the exam, on the nursing exam. So that's really cool. I love to throw that out there as well. We also have over 200 organizations on campus. We do have fraternities and sororities. We have community service as well. We have all kinds of study abroad opportunities. We hope to get that back and running probably in 2020, 2022, just with everything that's been going on. We do have a lot. We are the NCAA Division I in sports. I know that's very important to a lot of students. We have 6 men's sports and 8 women's sports. So it's really cool. And all students get to attend our games for free. We also have a brand new recreation center, which is awesome. I like to throw that out there because we have a rock climbing wall, the biggest rock climbing wall in Kentucky. And we are actually in a really cool location where we're about 15 minutes from this place called the Pinnacles in another city called Berea. If you like hiking or anything like that, everybody kind of goes there. And then we're also close to another place called Natural Bridge, which is huge here in Kentucky. And we do have the rock climbing wall that is in the shape of Natural Bridge. So it's really cool to look at, and it's free to students as well. And we do have really good meal plans. We have all kinds of things on campus, and such as Chick-fil-A, Subway, Starbucks, something called Einstein's. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they have awesome bagels. And then, like I said, if you have any other questions, you can let me know. Again, we are rolling admissions. It's really easy to get in. It's free to get in as well. And I'm more than happy to talk to you all about it. And I will just put my contact information in the chat. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from SUNY Cortland.
Hey, good evening, you guys. Just give me a second while I share my screen here. So I am Shannon Wang. I am the regional recruiter for your area. Thanks for joining us tonight. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have my contact information here. Feel free to use that anytime. Again, welcome, SUNY Cortland. If you guys aren't familiar with SUNY, SUNY stands for State University of New York. So we are the largest comprehensive university system that the nation has. And there's like a SUNY for everybody, and within an hour of where everybody lives. I happen to work for SUNY Cortland. We're in between Binghamton and Syracuse. Here is my contact information one more time. If you're looking at this map, you guys, we are located pretty close to Syracuse University, which I'm sure you heard of. We're about 30 minutes south of them on the highway. We're about 40 minutes north of SUNY Binghamton, which is a university center. So you can go through your PhD there. At SUNY Cortland, we are a university college, so you can do bachelor's and master's degrees. We are just about 20 minutes away from Ithaca, where you're going to have Ithaca College, which is our #1 rival for athletics. We are an NCAA Division III athletics program. We do have one of the most competitive D3 programs in the nation. We do rank in the top 25 in the Directors Cup every year. We have this big game that we call the Cortica Jug with Ithaca College every year. This past year, we didn't play, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, but we alternate campuses. We also, Cornell is also located in Ithaca, and we have quite a few students that are in their vet program, and we have some other programs after your bachelor's degree at Cortland. We did get a #1 ranking for campus safety this past year. If anybody has a parent or a guardian, or you're interested, maybe you're a counselor, in that type of a report, please just reach out and let me know. UPD puts one out every single month, so I can go ahead and send that along to you. We have students from 34 states and 47 countries, you guys. We have just under 7,000 total students. That includes undergrad and grad. We do have probably about 6,400 undergraduate students. We have just over 13,000 applicants every year for admission, and we have a solid 1,200 that say every August, Cortland's where they want their home to be for the next 4 years. This year we had about 1,400 students declare Cortland their home. The average class size is going to be about 23 students. We do have the largest education program in the state of New York as far as everything that we offer. So if you're an ed major, you may have anywhere from like 25 to 30 once you're in your core classes. If you're an archaeology major, we're one of the 2 SUNY schools that offer an archaeology program out of the 64. So maybe a little bit less than 23, but I think it's important to note, you guys, that every class is taught by an actual professor. So although we do have teaching assistants, every class is taught by a professor. These are the different academic majors that we have. If you look to the right, you're going to see everything that we offer in education. Some other top programs are going to be sport management, exercise science. We have a great criminology program, so that's criminal justice and psychology. Recreation is really good. We have undergrad and grad for that. We have a new healthcare management program. We have a really niche archaeology program and a musical theater. The nice thing about musical theater is that you do have to audition, but if you apply for admission and you are eligible for admission academically, you can still be admitted into the college and then wait to hear about your audition. So as far as freshman admissions is concerned, this year, you guys, through spring 2022, we are test optional. This is the first time we've ever done it. It was a directive from SUNY. It's been really great this past year. I don't know about fall 2022 yet, but anybody who's really interested, you want to know about the test optional, just keep checking our website. We will communicate with students that are in our database, but we are test optional this year. We look for 4 years of English and history, and then 3 years of math, science, and foreign language. And then we look to make sure that students are trending upward in a positive direction. And there have been a lot of students that applied early action, which is non-binding. You can do the Common App or the SUNY app. We've asked for mid-year grades from a lot of those students. So those are kind of rolling in right now. And our process goes through usually like the middle to end of April. We let students know, we send decisions out via paper mail. And then we have other students who have already been accepted for regular decision, and those letters start going out in the middle of January. You do have to live on campus your first 2 years as a freshman. If you don't live within 50 miles of campus, we have 17 different residence halls. We've got low-rise, high-rise, suite style, apartment style, and quad style. We've got a brand new student life center. So we have, when we're not in a pandemic situation, about 2,500 people that use that every single day, and it's only for the campus community. We also have 10 different dining facilities on campus. One of them in here is an all you care to eat. You can swipe in as many times a day as you want. You can eat as much as you want. You just can't take anything out with you. We have a separate workout facility and park center down at this part of campus for students who are varsity athletes. And in here, this is open to anybody on campus. We've got any kind of fitness class you could take. We've got rock climbing wall, golf simulator, gaming room. We have a suspended jogging track. We have a pool, hot tub, any kind of athletic equipment. And then we have outdoor pursuits, which is in the back. And you can rent out any kind of equipment to do stuff outside, like snowboarding, skiing, kayaking, canoeing, stuff like that. We also have bikes. This is just a glimpse into the one of the dining facilities. We do have a food truck, and then we have a special part of our meal plan for students where there's, I think, maybe about 25 restaurants in town where it's kind of like a debit. So you have on your card, you can swipe in to any of the facilities on campus and you can eat there. We have grab and go. So you would use your Dragon dollars, and then we have what we call connections. So it's kind of like a debit card. You could put funds on that, and then you could eat at different restaurants in town. We do have, that I like to note, a special award for any student that's a non-New York State resident. So we will give you that $7,500 every year automatically for maintaining non-New York State residency. And the total billed cost is at the bottom for someone who's not from New York State. So to take classes, eat on campus, live on campus, and minus that award is going to be $23,911, you guys. So again, I'm Shannon Wang. Thanks for joining us tonight. I work with every student in your state. So if you have any questions at all, you can just screenshot this or snap a picture. I'm more than happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from George Williams College of Aurora University.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm about to share my screen here. So I am Nick Camella. I am a admission counselor at George Williams College of Aurora University. We are part of Aurora University, so you may have heard of that since that is located in Aurora, Illinois. George Williams College is about 2 hours northwest of Chicago and about an hour southwest of Milwaukee. So we are right by Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. We're actually right on Geneva Lake. The little background of me right now is of the pergola that goes right against Geneva Lake. So the big perk with our campus is that we provide all the resources that a larger quote unquote university would call or would have. However, we are extremely small. So we only have about 170 undergraduate students at our university right now. We also have about 150 master's students at our campus. So we are way smaller than the other universities that are in this little webinar tonight. However, the nice thing about that is you're going to get a lot of personalized attention at our university, more so than any other university besides probably a community college. A little bit about our campus. We are a private institution. Aurora University is private as well, so that is who we get our accreditation through, and all our funding is through Aurora University. So if you graduated from George Williams College, your diploma would actually say Aurora University on it. A little bit about the application and admission requirements. So we have a free application to our university, and there is no essay for that. That is a big perk. I know a lot of high school students do not like to write essays when they apply to colleges. So you do not have to write one for our university. You can totally send in an essay if you'd like to, or a personal statement, but it is not required. We also are test optional. That is new this year, and we're planning to stay that way. So all you need to do is send in your high school transcripts. You do not need to send in SAT or ACT scores unless you'd like to and you feel like it would help you out with your merit-based scholarship. We are rolling admissions, so you can apply anytime during the school year, all the way up until the first week or second week of August, right before classes start. Then we start to cut it off and wait till the next semester to admit students. We do have an admission requirement of a 2.5 GPA or higher to get admitted. However, we do have the Discovery Program, which is the fourth bullet point there. And the Discovery Program allows us to admit students conditionally below that threshold, and then they would be part of that program, meeting with an academic coach, making sure that they're staying on top of their coursework while they're transitioning from high school to college. You also get a very generous scholarship as in that program. You actually get a $15,000 scholarship to help out with living on campus and tuition. Tuition for our university is $26,760 next school year. That is just an estimate, hasn't been approved yet, but most likely when they estimate or they give out an estimate, it will most likely happen. So That's roughly around the range that tuition will cost. And then room and board, the average is $9,940. I'll talk a little bit more about room and board later in my presentation, but that is for a 14 meal plan and a double room. So you may be wondering how you're going to be able to pay for $26,000 tuition. We have very generous scholarships for our students. So we offer a $15,000 scholarship to a $7,000 scholarship for your merit base. So depending on how well you did in high school and based off of your SAT or ACT scores, if you do send those in, we will give you one of these scholarships. All our students are awarded this scholarship. So every student is coming in with some type of aid when they get admitted to George Williams College. Also, you see in the bottom section of our freshman scholarships that there is a McHenry County scholarship. So if you are from McHenry County, Illinois, then you are the lucky winner. You get an additional $2,000, mostly because it's just the closest county to our university. We also do have the presidential scholarship as an opportunity for our students. It's only available for high school students coming into our university, so transfer students can't get it and current students cannot get the presidential scholarship. And that is awarded to 2 students, full tuition, and it is renewable all 4 years. We only have roughly around 40 to 50 first-year students coming in every year. So you have a really, really good shot at getting a full tuition scholarship at our campus. Next, I'm going to talk about our academic program. So as I mentioned, we are extremely small. We only have 170 students at our campus. So that means we only have a few programs. We only have business management, nursing, psychology, and social work, as well as an undecided track. You may notice that our business management track does have 5 different specializations built into the program. So you will graduate with a general business management degree, and then on that degree, you can put the specialization of either agribusiness, healthcare services administration, human resources, manufacturing, or nonprofit. So that would be just 3 courses you would take your junior or senior year to get that specialization. Our nursing program is extremely strong. That's what we're known for. So we had 100% pass rate on our NCLEX, as well 100% job placement rate. So really great there. We also do have a graduate program for our social work students. So you can do a 4-in-1 social work. Really quickly, I'm going to talk about residence life. So we have really large rooms on our campus. So you get an opportunity to have your own private bathroom. You get to choose between a single, double, or triple room. Like I said, the standard is the double. Triple room's a little bit cheaper. Single room is the most expensive. So I believe that's my time. So I am going to pass along to the next folks. Thank you very much. And I will put my contact information in the chat room.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from IUPUI, and don't forget to send any Q&A questions in.
Good evening. My name is Jamie Newsom with IUPUI, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can go through my PowerPoint. All right. So what does IUPUI stand for? We are a very unique institution because we are a joint partnership between Indiana University and Purdue University. So what does this mean? This means that we have our own campus in downtown Indianapolis. We have about 30,000 students total, 21,000 undergrads. That does make us the 3rd largest school in the state of Indiana after Purdue and IU. We have a 500-acre campus that's located just west of downtown Indianapolis. We have our own sports teams, we have our own residence halls, we have our own majors. But at the end of the day, all of our students are going to earn either an IU degree or a Purdue degree. And that's really going to depend on your major. We have 550 different academic programs for our students to choose from 16 degree granting schools. As you can see here, all of the degree granting schools are listed here, with the exception of the Robert H. McKinney School of Law. All of these schools are going to offer some type of undergraduate degree. So our Heron School of Art and Design is the only fully accredited School of Art and Design in the state of Indiana. We have the IU Kelly School of Business on our campus. Our School of Dentistry does offer a dental hygiene undergraduate degree. School of Education, we do also have the Purdue School of Engineering and Technology. So there's going to be things like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, biomedical mechanical engineering, as well as the only motorsports engineering program in the country. So if you are interested in working with cars and designs, working for NASCAR or Tesla, this would be a great program for you to check out. We have a lot of great programs in the School of Health and Human Sciences, as well as informatics and computing liberal arts. Our School of Medicine does offer undergraduate degrees, so it is possible to get a degree in radiation therapy as a bachelor and undergraduate student. Our School of Nursing is one of the largest nursing programs in the country. We enroll 200 students in that program every year. One of the great things about being at IUPUI and being someone who is interested in the health profession is that we have 5 hospitals that are on or attached to our campus, including the IU School of Medicine. So this means that our students have access, direct access to research opportunities, internships, and just having that experience with all those hospitals directly on our campus. We do have the only School of Philanthropy in the country. So if you want to major in philanthropy, you can do that at IUPUI. And then you can see here the School of Public and Environmental Affairs, Public Health Science, which is a Purdue school, and social work. So as I mentioned, all of our students are going to earn a degree either through Purdue or IU. Most of our engineering and technology degrees, as well as our science degrees, are going to be Purdue degrees. The rest of the degrees are going to be IU degrees. We are located in Indianapolis. It is the 3rd largest city in the Midwest. It's about 3 hours from Chicago and 3 hours from St. Louis. So it really is a great location. You can see here that our campus is located on the left hand of the screen. And we're within a 20-minute walking distance of everything that you would want to do. So, we are the state capital. You have state, local, and federal agencies there. We're the amateur sports capital of the United States. We have Fortune 500 companies that are steps away from our campus. So a lot of great opportunities for internships, and our students really take advantage of those without really having to go very far from campus. With student life, as I mentioned, 21,000 undergraduate students. We have 500 plus different student organizations, everything from the chemistry club to the video game society to the napping club. So you name it, we do have it on our campus. We have a fantastic multicultural center that does programming as well as mentorship and student organizations. A campus rec center that includes our natatorium, which is a world-renowned pool. It's considered one of the top pools in the United States. We are Division I athletics. We have 18 Division I sports. We are the Jaguars, and we play in the Horizon League. We do have on-campus housing. Students are not required to live on campus during any of their time at IUPUI, but we definitely encourage students to do that. And then we have a number of great events and programs throughout your 4 years at IUPUI, things like Weeks of Welcome, Jagapalooza, which is a huge carnival that we do, and Jagathon, which is a big dance marathon that we do every year. So how do you become a Jaguar? The application process is fairly simple. The application opens August 1st every year, and the deadline is May 1. We are rolling admission. We just require the application, the high school transcript, your essay, your application fee or fee waiver, and then we are test optional. So you are able to submit your test scores if you'd like to, but we do not require them for admission. This is true of all of our direct admit programs. So all of our direct admit programs, like engineering, for example, will have a pathway to admission that does not require you to submit test scores. So yes, you can be admitted to a Purdue engineering program at IUPUI without an SAT or an ACT score. This is really what we're looking for when we are looking at our students. If you're applying with test scores, we're going to be looking for a 2.8 or higher GPA with 1,000 SAT or 19 ACT. If you're applying without test scores, we're going to be looking for a 3.0 or higher GPA. So we are part of the Midwest Student Exchange Program. This means that as a resident of Illinois, your tuition is automatically discounted as long as you have a 2.75 high school GPA. So that means that our tuition for students from Illinois is going to be about $14,000 per year. You see here that with room and board, books and supplies, transportation, and personal expenses, we estimate that total cost of attendance to be right around $28,000 per year. Now, this is before you can be considered for merit-based scholarships. So we do have admissions-based scholarships. These are scholarships you're automatically considered for when you apply to IUPUI. They do not require test scores. Honors College scholarships do require a separate application and will require test scores, but every student admitted to the Honors College will get a scholarship. And then we also have competitive scholarships and diversity scholarships as well that you will have to apply for separately. You can connect with us. We are doing virtual sessions and in-person tours. And as everybody else said, I will put my information in the chat. Thanks so much and have a great time.
Thank you. Lastly, we'll be hearing from Northeastern Illinois University.
Hello, everyone. I am going to go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully I can get this in 6 minutes. I'm a long talker, so let's see if this will work. Okay, so thank you so much for being here tonight. I know that we got a lot of snow. I got about 14 inches here in Oak Lawn. My name is Fabi Callis, and I am a freshman admissions counselor at Northeastern Illinois University. This is our undergraduate freshman admissions team, and you can see Lamont Vaughn is our executive director, and there's me, Fabiola Fabi Callis, and of course my coworkers as well. So when students ask me why they should choose Northeastern Illinois University, I usually give them 6 reasons. I'm not going to go through all of them today because we don't have time, but you're all welcome to contact me later on. One of them is affordability, diversity, resources, flexibility, locations, and of course, housing. This will give you an idea of some of the information that we have. We have about 7,119 students. I'm sorry, 7,119 students. We have about 100 different countries represented in our student body. We have over 80 undergraduate and graduate programs. Our student to faculty ratio is 13:1. And of course, we have over 70 clubs and organizations, including honor society and intramural sports. This will give you an idea of what our tuition and fees are for the academic year. I know they'll probably go a little higher for the 21-22 school year, but for undergraduate students, residents of Illinois, the tuition is $11,826. This does not include housing, which is a separate cost. Anything you see highlighted next to Illinois, such as our neighboring states, such as Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Missouri, and Kentucky, we do give those students in-state tuition as well. So they would be paying the same as an Illinois resident. So $11,826 is without any financial aid or scholarship. So we encourage students to obviously apply for financial aid and look at some of the scholarships that we have available to them. This is a comparison to other state universities. Northeastern ranks in one of the top universities that graduates students with the least amount of debt, determined by US News and World Report. Our tuition is about $11,826, and we're comparing this to other state universities in Illinois. As you can see, it's a little bit less than U of I or UIC and Illinois State University. And this is based on a full-time student taking 12 credit hours each semester, which is about 4 classes. I mentioned scholarships. We give about $3 million worth of scholarships every year. And of the 3 million that we we do also encourage undocumented student or DACA students to apply. They may be eligible for them. Our most prestigious scholarship is the Presidential Scholarship, which is a full ride scholarship, and it's only available to Illinois freshman students. Students must have a 1280 on the SAT or a 27 on the ACT and a 3.35 GPA to qualify for this scholarship. But it's basically a $70,000 scholarship over the next 4 years. So it's divided in that. We also participate in the Golden Opportunity Scholarship, which requires students to have a 3.0 GPA, be eligible for Pell, and their family make under $61,000 a year. And it could be an extra $4,000 scholarship. And then, of course, we have Provost and the Dean Merit-based scholarships that do require certain GPAs and test scores. The ones that have the asterisk are automatic, so students don't have to apply to them. If they meet the criteria, they're automatically offered the scholarship. Additional scholarship opportunities for our City of Chicago students or students that attend the City Colleges of Chicago, they can be awarded the Chicago Star Scholarship. Sallie Mae, which is a big student loan lender, they offer students scholarships as well. And we have business relationships with companies throughout the state of Illinois, and they may offer our students scholarships as well. But this is one of the pages that I tell students to take a picture of or screenshot, because it does have information on where to look for some of our scholarship on our webpage. And of course, to contact or email the scholarship office directly. Woo, that's a lot of majors. So I mentioned we have about 80 plus undergraduate and graduate majors, but we only list the undergraduate majors here. The ones highlighted in a bold white lettering are the top 10 majors that we have. Everything else we have both majors and minors listed. Our biggest college is the College of Arts and Sciences, where we offer the most majors. The smallest college is our College of Business and Management, and they offer different business majors. The accounting program is the 4th largest in the state of Illinois, but what we're known for is our Daniel L. Goodwin College of Education. So Northeastern started off in 1867 as a teacher preparation school. Some other resources that we have for students, such as the TRIO programs, Learning Success Center, which is our tutoring center, student counseling services, career development. We mentioned financial aid, undocumented student resources. There's a lot of different programs on our campus that will help students be successful students throughout at least their first 2 years until they graduate. So there's different opportunities for assistance at Northeastern. One of the things that's relatively new, I always mention in my presentations, I am a Northeastern alum. I graduated in the last century from Northeastern. So back in the olden times, as my son calls it, we did not have a residence hall or dorms, but starting fall of 2016, Northeastern opened its first residence hall, and it is more of a apartment style living. Oh, something happened right now.
Your 6 minutes is up.
Is it? Oh my God, so soon. So let me just quickly post my contact information in the chat box, and I will be happy to do that and answer any questions that students have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have a few minutes left to just do a very quick Q&A. So if all of the reps want to come back on and just answer in the same order that you presented, a piece of advice you would give someone going through the college search process.
I would say to explore all of your options and don't be alarmed by a price tag. There's lots of different scholarships out there and different programs where you can help with your affordability. So please reach out to your admissions counselors. I would also say to talk with your high school guidance counselors, as they're great resources throughout this whole process.
I would just like to say not to be scared to ask questions. Like Andrew was previously saying, that everybody's here to help, and just don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no dumb questions. So yeah, just ask questions.
So I usually say it's kind of like say yes to the dress. So you got to figure out with your parents, your guardian, whoever, know your radius, how far away can you go? What is your budget? Don't be deterred by cost, because there's a lot of different things, like they were saying, but just know your radius. So you're not looking at a school and then disappointed if that's not what everybody agrees upon.
This may be redundant, but I'm also going to say that you should tour as many colleges as possible. You never know if you really like a college until you're on that campus itself. So if you are able to visit a college in person, that's awesome. I know with the current pandemic, it's a little difficult. So check out all the virtual tour options, and also just ask those questions and try and get as much information as possible, because it's a difficult time to get that information.
All great advice. The last thing I would say is to use your admissions counselors. That's why we're here. So please ask us questions. It's always frustrating when someone's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, I'm right there on the website. Please reach out. We're very friendly. We like doing this job. We like talking to people. So make sure you reach out to us and ask any questions that you have, because that's why we're here.
I am going to agree with all of my panelists. I wish we weren't in this pandemic, and normally I would tell students, go visit the campus, talk to students, go during the call and say, when is your busiest days on campus? So you could get a feel of the kinds of students that are on campus. But unfortunately, there's, right now, at least at Northeastern, we only have about 10% of our classes on campus. The rest are being done remotely. So hopefully, maybe over the summer or maybe in the fall, if you're a junior, you'll be able to do some of these campus tours. But generally, that's what we're here for as admissions counselors. We can answer all the questions that you have or even that your parents have.
Great, thank you so much. When you go to close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at the same website where you registered. So thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.